Hi, this is Jeff from Evans Tuning. In this video, I'm going to talk about what you should look for in picking a tuning shop from my perspective. So probably one of the most important things you can have in looking for a tuning shop is communication. So if you call, if you email, you should get a response within a day, hopefully sooner than that, but within a day is reasonable. You need to have open lines of communication that you can call and ask a question and or reschedule an appointment. You need to have someone that's going to get back to you, not give you the cold shoulder and not blow you off. So in working with a tuner, you're going to want to have someone that is receptive to a concern you may have. So, if you tell the tuner, hey, this is my daily driver, I'm not looking to push it, I want something safe. You want to make sure they're going to listen to you and say, you know what, I'll sacrifice 10 horsepower for reliability. Or if you have a drag car and you're like, you know what, I want to run balls out, I want a tune that can go run a number. You want that tuner to listen to you, to do what you want. Likewise, if you're having an issue with your car, maybe you getting it tuned because of a stumble or whatever the case may be, bringing that to the tuner's attention, saying, hey, you know what, there's a specific problem, can you address it? Short of, possibly having maybe a part bad or something not working, properly on the car. If it's something actually tuning related, you want the tuner to be like, you know what, hey, sure, let's focus in on this. This is a concern. Let's, take care of this. So you want to make sure that the tuning shop can provide you with a base map. Some situations, maybe they haven't done that particular EMS system with that car. So maybe they tune, I don't know, let's say they tune S2000s and they tune AEM, Haltech, and K-Pro. But you have like a Megasquirt wired up on your S2000. They know the car. They don't work with Megasquirt, or they haven't worked with Megasquirt before on an S2000. They know the system, they know the car, they may not be able to give you a base map, and in that situation it's a little different. But if you get a hold of a shop for a common system that I don't know, you have a Honda and you have Honda on it, and you have a common combination of parts that a lot of the people have, you want that shop to be able to send you a map and be able to, they shouldn't hesitate to be able to provide you with something. If they haven't, that's probably an indication that they're inexperienced, or they're just not willing to work with you, or whoever the case may be. But if you get in that situation and they don't have a plausible explanation why they can provide it, run the other way. So every tuner is different. Everybody has a little bit different tuning process. When our clients come in the shop, I like to, before I start tuning, I like to kind of meet and greet, find out what they have done to the car, meet the person, find out if they have any specific questions, any specific concerns. I tune the car. After I'm done tuning the car, I go back in, I tell them what I found, what happened, what power it made, and try to clearly and transparently give them everything I can, all the information about their particular car, about their particular tune. If you go to a shop and they just say, here, your car's done, and you don't know, yeah, it's tuned. Great. Well, what kind of air fuel was it tuned under full throttle? There's a million things that you could ask, and if they're not willing to provide it, chances are either the customer support sucks, or they don't know because they don't know what they're doing, or they just don't care, or whatever. You want to have someone that's going to be able to talk to you at your level, and understanding, so that you feel confident that the money you spent getting your car tuned was money well spent, so that when you leave, you know what happened, you know what went on there. So one of the most critical things about picking a tuning shop is post-tuning support. So after money's been exchanged, the tune's been done, you leave and you have a problem, like there's something going on. You want to have that shop or tuner be receptive to at least acknowledging that there's a problem, being able to offer support to fix it, or at least diagnose or troubleshoot it. Whether it's through a data log or maybe possibly bringing the car back to just have it looked at or whatever. You want to have that open lines of communication, because the last thing you want to do is spend a couple $100s on a custom tune, and now you have a problem, and now the shop's ignoring you because they just don't want to deal with the hassle or deal with the problem. So you want to be able to have that level of support from a tuning shop after you leave. So another critical thing about picking a tuning shop is experience. So you want to have a tuner that has a lot of experience, a lot of different systems. Just because you go to a shop that they have a certificate from a tuning school like EFI 101, or like they have an AEM tuning certificate for tuning like AEM Infinity, doesn't necessarily mean that they know the system inside and out, or can provide you really good support, or know beyond just what the basic things of that system are. So you wanna look at like a long track record. Shops have been around for a while. If somebody's been around for 5 years or more, they probably are doing something right. So you want to pick someone that in my opinion, has been around for a while, has a good name. As far as if you ask around, you're going to get people saying you're going to get good and bad with everyone, but you're going to hear more good than bad, hopefully. And that is experience in tuning multiple kinds of cars. It's always nice to find somebody who has a niche of a particular car that's the guy to go to. Maybe that does let's just say like rotaries, this, or 2J Supra stuff. Like there's going to be people that have their like very particular niches, but it's always good to find someone that does kind of a mix of everything and that's good at everything. Because generally they understand tuning across the board. So it's not just one particular system, one particular kind of car. It's a mix of everything. Last part of this video, we're going to talk about bad mouthing. A shop bad mouthing another shop to get you in the door to tune, to be a client, to be getting work done, or whatever the case may be. You want to be wary of those people. They're super biased towards their opinion of someone else. So there's situations that happen. There's things that go on that get blown out of proportion or get whispered down the alley of 10 people. So by the time it gets to, let's say, the other shop, it's like a freaking story and a half, when really it was some small thing that happened and whatever. So you have to be wary. You have to take what you hear with a grain of salt, but you also need to kind of look at the other shop that's bad mouthing another shop with a grain of salt, and you need to kind of think of their character. Like if that's how they're going to get you as a as a client, as a customer, you need to kind of think like, maybe take a step back and just consider, thinking about it from a different perspective or different angle. You just want to be wary.